Hey friend, yes Kanshamari. How have you been? Family, work life, friends, how is your heart? Welcome back to Momoyo na Momoyo, a space where we reflect honestly about life, relationships, healing, and growth. In our previous episode, we spoke about how to stay soft in a world that teaches you to harden. We talked about protecting the tenderness of the heart without becoming naive. Today, we continue that conversation, but through the lens of modern relationships. Because staying soft doesn't mean ignoring reality. Sometimes protecting your heart requires something very simple: seeing things clearly. Let's dig in, shall we? Dating today looks very different from what many people expected. There's social media, endless options, constant comparisons. Relationships now exist in a culture where people are exposed to more choices than ever before, and this affects how people approach commitment. But something interesting happens when we compare dating in the younger years versus dating later, after 40s, let's say. When people date in their 20s or early 30s, the mindset is often driven by hope and possibility. People are still discovering themselves. Many relationships during this stage are built on attraction, excitement, emotional chemistry, shared dreams for the future. But sometimes there is less clarity about values, boundaries, and long-term compatibility. This is why younger relationships may overlook warning signs. We may see red flags, but convince ourselves, maybe he'll change. Maybe I'm overthinking her words or actions. Maybe our love will fix it. Hope can sometimes blur discernment. Dating later in life often comes with a different perspective. People in their 40s and beyond don't take SH1T, as one would call it. People beyond their 40s bring life experience. They've been through the most, seen the most, dealt with the most. They have emotional scars, they have clearer values, they have stronger boundaries, they know who they are and what they're about. They don't need to seek validation in a relationship. A lot of people are doing bad all by themselves at this stage. They may have experienced things like divorce, heartbreak. Like when I talk heartbreak, I'm not talking about these monyana things. I'm talking about heartbreak, where you ask yourself who you are and wonder why you were even born type heartbreak. Yes, some of us takambo shikego. And they've been in difficult relationships before, so they often recognize patterns faster. They can see a red flag from a mile away. But there's also another reality. By this stage, they may also be more set in their ways. Habits are established, personal routines are strong, and changing behavior of a person like that can definitely be harder. So dating later in life requires both wisdom and patience. Now, Chinduze, when you've got a younger person dating an older person, both like in a female setup, young female dating older men, or young male dating older woman, the dynamics are quite, Anyway, let's look at some wisdom from scripture. In Proverbs, we are told, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Yay! Everything you do flows from your heart. What are we exposing our hearts to? Because it is that which is shaping our actions and reactions, especially in this diverse society we live in. Guarding your heart does not mean becoming suspicious of everyone. It means being honest with yourself about what you see. Another powerful reminder comes from 1 Corinthians, which says, love rejoices with the truth. Real love doesn't require pretending that maybe a harmful behavior is acceptable. Truth actually protects love. and denial completely destroys it. There's a danger in decorating, situations and making them lighter than they actually are. One of the biggest threats to emotional health in modern dating is what we might call decorating red flags. This happens when we clearly see behaviors that concern us but try to soften them with explanations. For example, someone repeatedly disrespects your time, but you call them busy. You know what? He had said he was going to see me, but he must be busy. He's such a hard worker. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? She had said she'd make time for me, but you know what? She's a busy woman. So, yeah, I guess I'll see her when she's free. Someone can avoid accountability, like they can avoid, the English is Englishing in different ways today. Someone avoids accountability, but you call them misunderstood. Like, no, you must be accountable. The moment we come together to create a partnership and we are headed somewhere together, we have the same goals and expectations for where we're going in a relationship, I should be able to hold you accountable for certain actions that do not align with where we're going. You should be able to take responsibility for those actions as well. Where someone shows inconsistency and you call them, no, it's complicated. Really? Aiwa, sisi, I think takurasika, budi, consistency ineka that. A person who's consistent, it just gives you that safety net. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I think, those in fresh relationships or those in relationships that have lasted can confirm this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe a relationship that has consistency in its foundation, it's top tier there. It's just top tier. Anyway, I'm losing track. When we decorate red flags, we are not protecting our relationships. We are simply ignoring our own intuition. Intuition is a gift, guys. Like, it helps us avoid spending years in something going nowhere. Eventually, that silence, that, what can I call it? That behavior that's leaving you confused and so forth, it becomes emotional exhaustion. You start resenting this person you're in a relationship with. So yeah, mental health and emotional honesty are key. Protecting your mental health in relationships requires honesty with yourself first. Before even being honest with your partner, it requires honesty with yourself. Ask yourself difficult questions. In this relationship, do I feel respected? In this relationship, do I feel peaceful or constantly anxious? In this relationship, am I being valued or am I constantly proving my worth? Hello, ladies, are you there? I know a lot of ladies who have gone through this phase of constantly trying to prove their worth. Guy meets them, they are slender, everything is flowing in the first few months. Now he knows you're his. All of a sudden, he starts making snide remarks, or, maybe if you had a little bit of flesh here, I'm not really happy with this slender look. Hello? When you met me, guy, I was like this. Or it's vice versa. You met me, I was always, slim, thick, whatever they want to call it. I was always going to church. I was always, maybe if I was a clubber or whatever, or if I was a drinker and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, once in the relationship, it's like, actually, I don't like this. I don't like women who put makeup. I don't like women who unpick my trousers. Guys, Guys, now here you are shrinking yourself, trying to please this nigger or trying to please this girl. Oof, excuse me for using that nigger word. And here I go again. No, I mean, here you are trying to please this partner of yours, girl, guy, woman, man, whatever sex. You're there trying to validate, trying to rubber stamp this relationship to God. You're literally bending back, to their rhythm because you're afraid of losing them. You just want them to know how worthy you are of their love, and you lose yourself in the process. If the answers to all those statements or questions about your relationship bring discomfort, if they bring a feeling, that's just, I don't know what word to put there. There's some attention needed. You need to stop and really be honest with yourself. I'm no relationship pro. Please note, disclaimer, I'm not here as a relationship coach. We're here to help each other with heart matters, sharing about my thoughts from my heart to yours. Sometimes the heart already knows the truth. We just hesitate to acknowledge it. So, remaining soft doesn't mean tolerating unhealthy dynamics. Softness with wisdom means being kind without losing boundaries. It means being compassionate with your partner without ignoring reality, and being hopeful without abandoning self-respect. Whether you're dating at 25, 45, 75, the principle remains the same. Healthy relationships are not built on potential alone. They're built on consistent behavior. Can we just underline that, bold it, and put it in a frame on our wall somewhere? Consistent behavior. Here's a final reflection. Dating at different stages of life brings different lessons. The youth bring hope. Experience brings clarity. But in every stage, one truth remains important. You must be honest with yourself about what you see. Because protecting your heart is not about building walls. It's about recognizing what nurtures your peace and what slowly drains it, and choosing your heart. And when you see clearly, you are able to choose relationships that support your growth rather than diminish it. Thank you again for joining me on Momoyo na Mamoyo. If this spoke to you, share it with someone navigating realities of dating in today's world. Until next time, guard your heart, honor your peace, and choose relationships that reflect love and respect that you deserve. I love you. It's been good. Bye.